Afternoon, y'all. So I wanted to do kind of an updated food resupply. I guess my video kind of glazed over that pretty quickly, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but to the point and as detailed as possible. All right, so most people, at this time of the year, they're going to be going northbound, so this is the way that I'm going to lay it out, is a northbound food resupply. So basically you're going to be entering into Tucson, flying into Tucson, and Tucson's going to be your start point. From there you're going to have to get a trail angel or shuttle to the trailhead. So you're going to be grabbing food there, so you should have food when you start the trail. The first town you're going to go through is Patagonia. Patagonia is a really cool hippie town, really nice people. There's a really good pizza place there that sometimes offers like specials for Arizona Trail thru hikers. I've never done a full resupply there. I've done top up there. There are two stores. There's like a health store. It's a very small town, so they're not far from each other. You could probably see each other from each front door. There's a health food store, which is rather expensive, and then there's a convenience store. The convenience store is a little bit cheaper, still not cheap. That's mile 50.2. The next place you're going to go that I did is Vail. Vail is mile 104 or 105, something like that. There's a Safeway there. I found that I could find everything in the Safeway that I needed. There was chairs out front and charging points that I could charge. Everybody there seemed to be very friendly, and I found it very easy to get back to the trail that I needed to be getting back to, the trailhead that I need to get back to. Colossal Cave. Colossal Cave, every time that I've done the AZT, has been closed. Now, they've recently opened, and I know that you can get a box. You can have a box sent there. I'm not sure what the protocol or the cost, because I've never done it personally. But they do have margaritas in a little bar there, and it is a cave, which is cool. I do believe it's still kind of, you have to have a time slot to go into the cave, so look into that if you're curious to visit the cave itself. That's at mile 117.3. At mile 180, which is more or less the top of Mount Lemmon, that's Summerhaven. Summerhaven's, it's a ski town. That is the furthest south ski resort in the United States of America. Very rarely is there snow, but it does happen. I mean, like enough snow to ski on. It snows there often, but enough snow to ski on doesn't happen. That's at mile 180. There's a little general store there. They're very nice. I think they give you free hot chocolate to Arizona thru hikers, so make sure you grab that. Some beautiful birds in the background. The general store is a kind of a moderate resupply. I wouldn't count it as a full resupply. It's mediocrely expensive. They did have a big sausage selection and some discount items as well to pay attention to. You used to be able to sleep in the bathrooms at the visitor center. That's no longer a thing. But you can sleep in the post office if weather is crazy. There's like a little vestibule there. Keep in mind, the lights are on all night long, and you may have people come in and out to access their P.O. boxes. You can fit 3. We fit 5 people the last time I did it, but it was a very cold night, so we had to do what we had to do. Okay. Oracle. All right, so Oracle's at mile 201 or mile 195. I say 201 because that's Highway 77. The other option is American Flag Trailhead, and I don't find it to be that easy to get a ride from that trailhead. From Highway 77, it's more or less a straight shot to the Dollar General that is in Oracle. There's a couple places to stay. One's like a little teepee type of place, A-frame houses. Once again, not many places stay on the Arizona Trail, so don't really think about that. Save more money that way. All right, then the next one we got would be Kearny. So Kearny is mile 257, my favorite town on the Arizona Trail, period, hands down. Great people. You'll have no problem getting from the trailhead. There's Old Time Pizza will pick you up. They also have good pizza there. There is a grocery store in town that has a deli. They'll make pretty much whatever you want if you're vegan or vegetarian. Very nice people there. There is a Family Dollar as well. Very cheap. Resupply. Definitely Kearny is number one on the list for the towns to go to. After that, you have also, you can sleep at the laundromat in Kearny. I think it was maybe $5. Can't remember exactly. It's been a while. After that, you have Superior, which is mile 294. A lot of people, I don't know why people go into Superior when you're so close to Kearny. I've never been. I've driven through. There doesn't seem to be that many options for resupply, so I wouldn't suggest it. I'd stick to Kearny. All right, next one is Roosevelt Lake, 337. So Roosevelt Lake is just a marina. That's it. There's a small store that looks like a bodega. There's nothing in it, and really not a lot of options. They have a shed and a picnic table. The shed is supposed to have solar and plugs. They do have plugs. There is solar. I can confirm all that. It hasn't worked ever that I've ever seen it. So maybe they've changed that in the future, but don't count my blessings on that one. They have all the plugs locked up on the entire building. They don't want you to get free electricity there. But you can get a box delivered there. I don't know what the cost is. Arizona Cardinal over there. Beautiful. But it is something to consider. I am local, so I had my folks actually come meet me and give me food, so I didn't resupply there, but I would suggest a box. Or there's the other option, which I've done once, which was the hitchhike to Pumpkin Center, which is like 15 miles down the road on that highway. There's a Dollar General there and another grocery store, so that's an option. All right, now we're on to Pine/Payson. I have Pine and Payson together because people go into Payson early, and I'm not sure why. It's if you go into Payson from Pine, which is mile 450.3, it's an easier hitch. In Pine, there is a trail angel named Shannon Trout. She was having hikers stay at her place. Very affordable, showers, laundry. She has hiker clothes. There was a person that was given rides to Walmart and Payson. That's where you would resupply. This is Walmart. Pine has that brewery, which is really cool, and a rather expensive supermarket. You could do a resupply there for sure. It's just going to be expensive. So yeah. Mormon Lake, mile 523.2. You have to send a box. There's really nothing there. It's an old-timey place. It's an old-timey bar and post office box. Post office box in the general store. The general store is very limited. Would not count on that other than a beer. You can charge up in the laundromat. The people are very nice there, very accommodating. I've slept in one of the RVs out back. Don't be fooled. The lake there is the largest lake in Arizona, but it's been dry for like 16 years or something. So there's not going to be any water. Don't expect to see water unless there was rain on the forecast. Okay, Flagstaff has everything you need. That's mile 560. There's a Taco Bell on trail. Need I say more? Lots of options for food and accommodation if you wanted to do that. Accommodation, this will be your cheapest place on trail. Still not that cheapest. I think the cheapest was the U Hotel. U Hotel was like $100 a night, and it is horrendously dirty. Okay, then we have South Rim Grand Canyon, mile 682.6. The South Rim National Park general store is very, very affordable for a national park. I think it's probably the most affordable national park store I've ever been to. It has a great selection. You can do a full resupply there. the other option, there's a post office right next door, and you can send a box. I've done both, so completely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. There's also camp spots allocated for hikers. Make sure you go to Mather Campground and you can check in. I think it's sites 56 and 55, or 65 and 66. Anyways, it's $6 a night to stay there. Cheapest place to stay at the Grand Canyon, and you can do it again at the North Rim. So at the North Rim, mile 706, it's the best campsite, period, you're gonna find on trail. It's $6. You're all like on a finger looking over the whole canyon. It's incredible. Do not miss it. Definitely camp there for the night. You can also camp inside the rim, go to the backcountry office and talk to them about permits and availabilities thereof. It's like $10 a permit, and then $10 per person, something like that. Yeah, the North Rim General Store has a decent selection. It's not a crazy good selection. It's not as good as the South Rim. Less people go to North Rim, but it's still pretty good. You could do a top up there very easily. Then you have Jacob Lake, mile 754. Once again, it's a restaurant, and it's like a rest stop. It's a restaurant and a place to stay. There's a campground, there's cabins. They have really good cookies. Other than that, I wouldn't really count on it. You can do a top up if you want. You can definitely get some hot food. But from there, it's really a short hop, skip, and a jump at that point to get to the border. And it will also be a pain in the butt to get out of the border. But I recommend going over to Kanab, or while you're there at the trail, to do Buckskin Gulch. It's the longest gulch in the United States of America. If you go to the Kanab, you can go to the BLM office and potentially apply for a permit for the wave, which is off that same trailhead, which is Wire Pass Trailhead. Anyways, that's it. Arizona food resupply in a nutshell. This is Cavs, and I'm out. Cheers. Subscribe, like if you want.